So, uh, I have a couple of housekeeping things before we get started. First of all, I think it doesn't need to be said, but I'll say it anyway. No D&D next week because of finals.
Yeah.
Uh, oh yes, Lunar. Uh, you're getting some rules wrong last week, and I actually checked them. You can, in fact, break up an attack with movement. Um,
Oh, good. The paid intern is here.
Yeah, paid quotations.
You're paid and that you get to eat. Okay. You have access to the company cantina. Do not.
Do you
on
mean the
purchase or right.
bar that we just loiter at?
Well,
Yes.
that too.
Wow, the privilege.
I know.
All right. Okay. So, let me repeat what I was just saying. No D&D next week because of finals. Also, getting some correction on some rules that were not being followed last week, or at least assertions of what the rules were. The attack action and movement actions can be broken up between the two. If you don't believe me, Lunar, check the Player's Handbook, Chapter 9. And in there, you will also see that if the attack roll is greater than or equal to the AC, the attack hits. Let's see, the last bit of housekeeping that I have, at least on my little piece of paper here, and it's a good thing that Soul's here for this, because I think Arson would like this. Melorun Cardiff, the astral elf that is more or less joined your party.
Okay.
She has a couple animals with her, specifically a Smilodon cub and a baby reptile of some kind with feathers.
Yay, my favorite, a baby reptile of some kind with feathers.
Well, it would require a nature check to actually know what the heck this thing is. Since
Arson doesn't care. Arson loves it anyway.
And I think that is the last bit of my housekeeping. So, last week, after learning that their doppelgangers will be in will be participating in the tournament that's coming into town, Miss Livia and Dayhun signed a contract saying that Liv will pay Dayhun if he slays his clone with her former fiance's brother's sword. Complications soon arose when they discovered that these clones are better people than themselves. Surprisingly. Things were further complicated when you, as the opening fight, were pitted against the Lion's Reflection, who turned out to be Fleur, her sister, the Steel Swan's cooks, Silvar and Chomper. The battle was well fought, but ultimately you were defeated when Hope felled Dayhun and Miss Livia flying out of bounds. As you were being revived and helped back into the changing rooms, some of you caught sight of Better Liv giving Fleur a kiss on the lips. And so, Order the Swan, you are helped inside, given some potions, and told that your next fight will be in over an hour, and the time is now yours.
True.
Also, just because I just remembered about it, that little thing that I posted in the roleplay, or no, the in character chat, on the first, uh,
Mm-hmm.
that is the list of people participating in the well, people slash groups participating in the tournament. For betting purposes.
Uh,
So, if you want to place any money on people, there you go.
do we know any of these people, like, personally? Let me see.
I mean, yes, multiple.
Who?
We
Well,
tend.
that, but we don't count.
Okay, well, us obviously. The people we just fought who aren't technically company employees. Um, I don't fucking know. Vienna, Turku the Tear, the Eclipse, the Golden
Oh,
Horde, the Kurosawa. Like, we have a habit as a group of associating with people that could probably eviscerate us in with a snap of their fingers, but we annoy them so much they have to deal with us.
yeah, I get that. I guess I've never seen their names, like, actually typed out, so you're right. I do know Vienna and Turku. I still don't really want to bet, though. What about Misery's End? They're tier 1, but damn if that's not a good name.
Yeah, I admit.
Or the Inebriants.
That's a completely separate type of name. I admit, we probably shouldn't have left the naming up to Fleur. It's
Um,
nothing against her. I'm just probably a better marketer.
well,
I mean, isn't it canon that Fleur can't sell shit to save her life?
Yes, it's also canon that Audrey single-handedly kept Fleur from having to live in the
oh
street.
no, no, no! It's not that Fleur can't sell things. It's just that she falls for the "oh woe is me" scam.
Yeah, so she can't sell things.
Things.
I mean, okay, maybe she can sell things, but she's really, really bad at
More so that she's
She
really gullible.
look. No one ever leveled her speechcraft.
it. It's just that one, like, Arthur meme where it's like, you mean people would lie? They would lie
Would
to me to get
the
things for free? I
they
think
would
people
lie
could.
on the internet?
Why would they do that to me? Like, oh,
Uh,
Fleur, we have bad news.
oh
um,
yeah, didn't you say that the Vienna fight was fucking disappointing?
um, I just said that it would be surprising.
Cool. As in, who won?
Well, since you're
Because
so since you're so eager,
Audrey would care.
well, would the rest of you like to go watch that battle? Right, you have over an hour to rest. You're getting a short rest. So
Hmm.
Nerds have to recover everything on a long rest. Recharges 2 spell slots.
but again, do say Arson and Esterbon go and watch that fight.
Yeah, Liv has
I
to resummon
guess.
Shara.
It'd be boring.
Arson, you gonna watch your potential future grandma fight a guy in a raven mask?
Might as well.
Right, so you take the time, watch some of the fights. Some of the parties are left wondering, like, why are they even an adventuring party? Like the yarn spinners. Some of them
Is
you
that just
can.
like a coalition of like old ladies?
Some of them you could see like lasting long enough if they survive, like Misery's End or the Mercy Unit.
I can't believe that an entire team of Mercy manages to win.
They did pick Mercy.
All of them. I can't believe that's even allowed.
They took that one Living Tombstone song to heart.
They all just heal each other. It's not that they beat the other side, it's that the other side just gives up and walks away.
They just heal stall them for like 5 hours and they're like, fuck it.
Dear God, and I thought we were bad.
It's an entire team of heal bots.
Gods. Oh, yeah, Arson, you might manage to catch a glimpse of Audrey. She's in a fucking t-shirt, with like Fiona's face on it and a headband. She is absolutely a fangirl and does not realize that you're in the crowd, so will 100% be embarrassed if he says anything.
I'm gonna roll a d20 and how good the score is gonna see if Arson spots her in the crowd. Maybe he catches a glimpse, but he's like, nah, there's no way.
That can't be her. That's gotta be her twin brother.
Yeah, like, that must have been just like some person else. There's no way that was Audrey.
Never mind the fact that like the person behind her is yelling at her because her hair's refracting the light like a fucking prism.
Maybe that's why he can't see it. Like, he keeps looking, he's like, fuck, it's so shiny over there. What the fuck is that?
You just get hit by the gay beam. I'm sorry.
You would also witness the eclipse just dominating, or just wiping the floor with the king's retainers. Oathbreaker getting just pummeled by the centaur.
Stop! He's already unconscious.
But when they are brought off the field, you hear, ladies and gentlemen, you're ready for the main event. Presenting the Raven and Frau Vienna achterop. Let's get ready to rumble! As you see Fleur's grandma come out, like waving to the crowd, and across the way, a humanoid, light-colored skin, probably a local or from someone from either Dulce or the Theocracy. Maybe the Bifrontian Empire, you don't know, you don't really know anyone from there, besides one of the artificers. But this person is very ornately dressed, though still wearing armor. Doesn't really have any weapons other than a dagger. The two exchange pleasantries and pace off to they're about 60 feet from each other. As fighters, are you ready? Your mark, set, and then a gun goes off. The Raven immediately flies into the air, and a bolt of fire hits Vienna. Vienna's Audrey would know, like, starts her blade song and moves forward, sending forth a scorching ray, all of which hit the Raven. immediately after which, the Raven flies down and tries hitting Vierna with a dagger and missing. You would notice that Vierna attempts to cast something, but is then counterspelled by the Raven. And in response, Vierna hits him twice. The Raven again goes to swing, but misses. Vierna's blade song is just too much for him to handle, and she again gets 2 more hits off of him. Then the Raven gets in a hit. Vierna goes to cast his shield, but the dagger goes right through it, shattering the shield and plunging deep into Vierna. He then flies off, getting the attack of opportunity, and those of you that are in the front row, more or less, can barely hear him say something. And before you notice that there are 4 large shadows on the ground. And then, probably Audrey would recognize this as a meteor swarm, which Vierna fails to duck out of the way, and is when the smoke clears, she is lying on the ground unconscious. The Raven will then fly down and help her to her, revive her and help her to her feet. The both of them, exchange bows to the organizers of the event and to the crowd before the Raven helps Vierna off the field. Now, Audrey, you would, actually, probably a lot of you would recognize that the Raven took a lot of hits, and probably couldn't last very much longer against her before he cast Meteor Swarm. Though, you wouldn't really know how, unless you take into account that he had dragon wings. He probably cast that spell. Regardless, the battle is called in favor of the Raven. And all that happened in 30 seconds.
Jeez.
Yes. It's a blur to disturb on an arson, but Audrey caught every second of it.
Oh boy.
Sounds like, well, to be fair, she does also move about as fast as Vierna.
Yeah, and I have to say, the one time that the Raven hit with his dagger, it was a 35 to hit. So, ain't blocking that. Or dodging that. I don't even think Audrey could resist it.
She can. She just needs actual teammates to be able to. I do actually have a flowchart for Audrey's AC, and there are certain circumstances that can get her that high.
To 35?
Yeah. It's bullshit. She's bullshit. Blade Tinkers are bullshit.
So
Mind you, in a one-on-one, it doesn't matter. A 35 is going to hit Audrey because she can't set it all up herself.
regardless, what are your reactions to this fight?
Uh, it should be worth noting, Arson. The fucking disco ball on the other side of the stands is now gone.
Okay.
Yeah. That being said, Audrey also knows that you are competing, so she's probably heading down to the locker room.
Okay, sick. So we're gonna meet up.
Yeah,
Uh,
but since you
Well,
only
I
saw
wasn't here for last session. Does Arson know, like, for a fact that she's here, or is this gonna be like a surprise?
I don't know, does he?
um,
She never said hi to Arson, she just scared the shit out of Daehoon.
I
Yeah.
always try to.
Yeah.
So, I think maybe. The answer is maybe.
Yeah. You
Okay.
you might want to flip a coin for that one, buddy.
Here's a D20. Okay, so Arson is pretty sure that Audrey is here.
Cool. Then it won't be as much of a surprise when he sees her.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to gauge, like, what his reaction is gonna be.
So, after that fight, you head down to the changing rooms because that is kind of it would have happened later into the hour.
Right.
And I would also recommend that you spend your hit dice. Also, let's see. Let me see. Hold on. Health potions. No, that's not what I'm looking for. But yes, I would still recommend using some hit die to recover some HP because you were all downed except Miss Olivia.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's kind of redundant. That that's an elixir, or perhaps it's healing. There we go. Potion of healing. Say 2 potions of greater healing. To use specifically for recovery for your next fight.
So, how much is that exactly?
8d4.
No,
Oh, okay.
that's superior. Greater is 44 plus 4.
Well, yeah, but since we get 2 of them, 8d4 plus 8 in total.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, Millerun should also probably do.
So 8d4.
Yes. Math time.
Millerun gets 26 HP back from that.
16. Damn, I'm one off of nice. I was this close to greatness. This close.
And we're going to roll some hit dice.
Since, unlike you nerds, I get my shit back on a short rest. Haha.
7, that's going to be 34.
Nice. Imagine not getting your spell slots back on a short rest. This post was made by the Warlock Gang.
Actually, well, 2, so... Oh, that brings her up to 40. Now she has 7 hit die left.
Great, and I don't have to spend any hit die.
Right, so... Audrey, you are heading down to the changing rooms?
Yeah, Audrey is heading down to the locker room. She's no longer in her fucking fangirl attire, unfortunately for Arson.
He never did get to see it, but
Yeah.
he did, but he just refuses to believe.
He didn't think it was her. He refuses to believe it.
He like mentions it. He's like, "Yeah, I saw someone like you who's wearing like all this fandom shit." But you're not cringe, so I know you would never do that.
Shit. Must have been my brother. He's pretty cringe.
Yeah, right?
Not me. I'm based.
Yeah, I'm very cool, he says, sweat just like furiously on her brow.
Yeah, like Audrey would in a heartbeat throw her twin brother under the bus to make Arson think she's still cool.
Yeah, she's like, I swear, I promise I'm super cool.
So, you would see that Lady Vienna, or Frau Vienna, as she would be known here, sitting on a bench, talking with the guy who she just fought.
Audrey thinks for a second about having Vienna sign her spellbook, and then sees Arson, and will calm the fuck down. Like trying to play it off as, oh yeah, totally, so cool.
Now, presumably, Audrey would have watched the opening fight as well.
Yeah. Hold up, I have to check now.
And since you were there, you actually know what happened.
Yeah. Not that Audrey gets any of the relationship drama. That being said, hold up a second. I have to check something. Cool. Arson, Audrey goes to fucking slap you in the chest, but your rock hard abs stop it. She's very clearly pissed at you for losing. If she was stronger, she would gut punch you, but she works out at the fucking library.
Yeah, he like completely misunderstands, and he like also put his hand on her chest, like as though it's a weird fist bump.
just some weird elven fist bump. Mind you, Audrey doesn't get the whole "you shouldn't touch a woman's chest" thing, so she's just sitting there like,
yeah. So they're both just standing there, like hands on titties, just like, yep.
well, this is fucking awkward. Never mind.
Has no idea what just transpired. He is very just like question marks above his head.
Yeah, but both of them are just standing there, absolutely confused. Someone is going to have to step in and break these two up.
Yeah,
as
they're just so flabbergasted. They like neither of them know what to do now.
They're just groping each other up until Starbuck comes in.
Is this normal?
Yeah.
Or humanoids?
Arson's like thinking to himself, I don't know, is
it? Says a kobold in blue robes that Audrey feel like gives off of pretty intimidating vibes.
Audrey is less so intimidated by the kobold and more so Arson. You see sweat like at her brow as she's realizing this might be awkward and she's just not realizing it. I don't know, is
But
it?
also it's just like, wait, this might be fucking weird. And I like to think like he just like pulls his hand back and then just like an awkward finger gun, like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, Audrey will do the same.
Totally
What?
meant to do that.
Yeah, definitely. Why the fuck did you lose? You getting soft on me?
I don't know, like, how did Arson die immediately, or I
No.
don't know how well he did.
No,
Well-
Arson managed to last pretty long, all things considered.
So he was Nice Mom's first target.
Yes.
Wow, thanks.
I don't know
see
what
how it is.
I don't know what you did to piss off Nice Mom, but you pissed off Nice Mom.
Yeah, actually, Audrey, one of the people mentioned would be that Fleur Vanderbeek. Like, it takes a moment. Like, wait, that Vanderbeek?
Yeah, Audrey's trying to play it off as she doesn't know Fleur. Because the rest of the party doesn't know that she knows Fleur.
You have also heard another Vanderbeek was in the fight as well.
Yeah. Audrey just looks over and gives a nonchalant wave hello to Sturbon. Much less awkward than with Arson.
He waves back, slightly dazed from being, knocked out by Fleur and her sister.
I'm glad to see Sturbon can turn into a big fuck you lizard now.
Oh joy, yeah. How many times did I transform? Just asking.
Twice, but
Twice.
you get both back at the end of a short rest.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's what I was worried about.
Audrey looks around, glances, notices Fleur, tries to keep playing it cool. As she's now like pulled out her handkerchief, wiping away the sweat on her forehead from the sheer awkwardness of the situation. Also, arson produces a lot of heat, and she is standing right next to the fucking radiator.
Basically.
And before finally clearing her throat and going, well, I came here for what I wanted to, but clearly it looks like you need my fucking help, don't you?
I mean, I didn't. Like, this
You
was pretty good, all things considered. I kind of figured I was gonna die immediately. I mostly did this for fun.
You got chain lightninged.
Ah, that is embarrassing. I also have lightning, so for a lightning user, yeah.
You did lightning some bitches, but you did get like chain lightninged right out of the gate. You know, hold up. I didn't mean to like enter this competition, and then I did what I normally do and procrastinated, and now it's the day of the competition. That being said, I am also technically part of your party. Like Audrey's sitting there thinking, the fucking like math meme as numbers start floating around her head before she finally looks up and goes, "Oh right, I'm also a fucking noble lady. 1 second, I'll go talk with the officials, see if I can fight alongside you." What are they gonna do? Say no? Yeah, like they're gonna fucking
They
say no.
do, and you're just like, huh, well.
Audrey's Audrey's crossing her arms. It's by the way, Arson. She has a new scarf. This one's red and has a different sigil on it. Actually, Sturbon would recognize it as her family crest because Sturbon is a fucking Despater tiefling and no secrets and shit.
Yeah.
Gasp.
Arson, meanwhile, is not native to this land and has no fucking clue the significance of what's on her scarf.
Prob's not.
Yeah, no, they won't. They won't say no to the daughter of Duke Montreal. Hell, my brother bullshits his way in and out of the war all the time, and they legitimately can't do anything. It's fucking bullshit, Arson.
I mean, I'm sure.
Well, we do have killer robots.
I think you're going up to one of the people in charge.
Yeah, Audrey will head off and try and talk with the supervisor of the one of the judges or supervisor of the fight and point out, A, I am the daughter of the Duke of Grimeyes. You know, that Duke of Grimeyes. B, I'm technically an employee of the Order of the Swan LLC.
Okay. Should that mean something?
What part? The fact that I'm part of the Meldriel family, or the fact that I'm literally part of their party.
And from what I can tell, he said, pulling out a list or taking a look at his list. Fleur van der Veen, Romina Hope, and Elrahil are also a part of the Order of the Swan, yet they were fighting against them.
Well, fine. Fuck it. I'll join Fleur and kick Arson's ass. She says audibly enough for Arson to hear.
Arson's like, no?
They already won, so there is...
Ah, shit. Good point. Who's facing Arson next?
No one. No one do it.
The Astral Chasers.
Audrey will raise her hand in the air and sort of like, hey, Astral Chasers! Astral Chasers! Anyone go for an Astral Chasers? Looking around for the party that's next to fight the Order of the Swan.
Okay, okay. I will say this. If you really want to fight, you may swap out with one of the current fighters.
Sweet. I'll be back. To which Audrey, as Audrey does, sort of fucking anime flash stabs back